Hello, love. You are tuned in to the Woman Behind the Brand podcast with your host, Coach Dorcas. We are here to talk about all things faith, family, and business as I sit down with some amazing women who are not only impacting the lives of others, but impacting the kingdom of God. We are all things hope, so sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's episode of The Woman Behind the Brand. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It's season 2 of the Woman Behind the Brand podcast. I missed y'all. I hope you missed me. Season 1 was amazing. We wrapped it up with the Woman Behind the Brand Summit, which was also amazing. And we took a break, but now we're back. We are back for season 2 of the Woman Behind the Brand podcast. And so for those of you who this is your first time, tuning in, let me introduce myself. I am Coach Dorcas. I'm a trauma transformation coach, and I help women unmask the pain of their trauma so that they can show up authentically in life. How do they do that? By reclaiming their voice and repurposing their pain. I'm also the founder of Hope in Her Coaching and the creator of the Woman Behind the Brand podcast. And you're probably wondering, how does being a trauma transformation coach, connect with the woman behind the brand? Well, someone like myself who was once silenced by trauma, who was afraid to just be everything that God called her to be. I allowed my trauma to hold me back. But once I did the hard work and the heart work and heal from my trauma, I am able to show up in my purpose, on purpose, with purpose. And I strive to be a beacon of hope to other women who desire to be entrepreneurs, desire to own their own business, all those things, because it is possible. Because of me. I mean, not of me. I'm a testament that it is possible. So the Woman Behind the Brand podcast is all about female entrepreneurship, all about women who are making a difference, impacting the lives of so many others, but more importantly, impacting the kingdom of God. So that's what we're all about. I'm so excited to be kicking off season 2. Oh my God, season two. But I have an amazing woman here with me today. She gets to kick off season 2 with me. She is a beast in the business. She is the epitome of entrepreneurship. I love her to life. She has become a big sister to me, and the chick is dope. I'm just saying, the chick is dope. But I have I would say, big sister, Dena Bruton, the beauty architect herself, here with me to have a conversation with me today as we kick off season 2. So Dena, tell the people who you are.
I'm excited to be here with you too, Dorcas. For those of you that do not know me as Coach Dorcas, just shared, my name is Dena Bruton, and I'm known as the beauty architect. I assist busy professional women by creating fast and easy beauty regimens that allow my clients to do their makeup fast and flawlessly every single time. And I can promise you that my clients command attention without having to say one word when they use the regimens that I give them. So I'm excited to be back here with you again, Dorcas. I'm kicking it off for the second time, right?
Yes. Dena was a guest. I know Dena was a guest when I brought the series back on Clubhouse earlier this year. And just a little backstory, I started the Woman Behind the Brand 2021, and life got to life, and I got a little discouraged, and so I stopped. In March of this year, God told me I was going to bring it back for the second quarter of 2022. Really, God. And so Dena was a guest. You kicked off season 1 on, the series came back on Clubhouse, and I was like, I have to bring you on the actual podcast because so much is going on, so many things have happened since the first interview, and no, we're just here for a conversation. And so yes, she is not a beauty architect. She is the beauty architect herself because the woman is multifaceted. She has her own makeup line, her cosmetics line. She is the beauty architect. She is a hairstylist. She a makeup artist. She is a coach. She is a mentor. Talk about the epitome of what a woman behind the brand is. I mean, she is, I say, you are your brand. And so for her to be the beauty architect, she has every aspect of it. The makeup she has, she not only is she doing your makeup, but guess what? She is providing you with the actual tools. The actual tools. And if you're not following her, of course, I'll have all the information in the description below. But I'm ready to jump into this conversation with the beauty architect. And I love it. When you put the in front of something, it's like, okay, there's none other. There's
Period.
there's none other. So I want to start with the cosmetics. I am wearing my favorite lipstick, and I'm usually a bold red person, but I decided to try Natural Rose, one of her lipsticks, and this has become my go-to. Like literally, this is my go-to. It's very soft. It's natural. And I used to think that light colors weren't for me, but I paired with one of my plum liners, and it's very moisturizing. Um, I'm not a shiny person. I don't do lip gloss for real. And so it gives me kind of that matte look, but it's very moisturizing at the same time. And so I haven't had an opportunity to do the foundation when my other one run out. I will, but I know several people who use the foundation in other products. And so I'm just saying, let's talk about that. And it's for us girls. I mean, the brown girls. The brown girls.
Absolutely.
When you can get the brown girl skin tone all the way together, it's a win. And so I just want to talk about your line and how it came about.
Cool. So let's talk about how it came about first. I'll try to use the short version. The short version is I had a bunch of problems and God gifted me with the solution. That's
Mhm.
the short version. For those that don't know my backstory, I have a very rare skin disorder, which can cause open lesions. It comes from having different sensitivities will set it off. And I realized after trying all the things, running here and there, even being a part of several direct sales companies, that everything that I was doing for these other direct sales companies and for these different businesses that I worked for and that I consulted and worked with, that I could be doing this for myself and I could be providing exactly what I want to see, right? Long ago and far away, I'll say probably about 18 years ago, I opened my first salon. And in doing such, I started to service upper echelon women that were in government, women that were elect ladies, women that were pastors too, attorneys, judges, anything you could think of, high ranking military officials. I started working with a lot of these women. And the one thing that I found that a lot of them had in common was they were running here, there, and everywhere when they needed to get skincare or get their makeup done. And I
Mm.
thought to myself, gosh, you do too. You do too. You're in this direct sales company. You still have to go to the beauty supply store, the drugstore, and the department store to fill in those extra pieces that the direct sales company doesn't have. And it's no shade to them. They did what they were created to do, and it just didn't have all of the components that I needed. And so I began doing some research. One of my mentors, shout out to Chris Noble, he is um, one of the brightest genius minds that I've ever come in contact when it comes to the beauty industry. And he always mentored me that anything that you're doing for someone else, including him, you can do for yourself. He never attempted to hold me back or make me feel like I wasn't equipped to do whatever it was that I had in my mind that I wanted to do. And so I started doing research around creating skincare products. Because again, like I said, just having really, really bad skin. What you guys see here right now, my skin has not always looked like this. It was horrible. So if you're not familiar with rosacea, or to be more detailed, pityriasis rosacea, Black people just don't tend to get rosacea anyway, right? And so I had a different, more rare form. And so being able to try to get it under control, but then at the same time still having a product that enhanced my natural beauty was really, really important for me, as well as being able to help my clients. And so out of the tests and trials, what seemed to be fails, but it literally was lessons, we now have Reveal You Beauty Studio and Reveal Cosmetics.
It's taking what you already have, what you already love, what you need, and creating it.
Yep.
And that's the thing about it is, it's like, if there's a need, if you have the need, somebody else has the need. And so instead of waiting or constantly trying to find the solution, you become the solution. And that's what happened. You became the solution. And you're still able to do something that you love. And so I'm telling y'all, yeah. Yeah. I I won't be using any other, I know for sure, lipsticks. As my makeup, I have a big suitcase. As things are as was it as they're ending, what was that ending?
Expanding, maybe expanding.
Well, no, as they run out, I'm not
Oh,
going
okay,
to the
got you.
I'm
When
making a
it's time for
list.
a restock, when you need to
Yes,
restock.
yes. I couldn't get my words out, but yes, as things are running out, or I'm making my list, because my thing is this: I would rather, I'm a simple person. You just let me go one spot to get what I need, and I'm real big on supporting people who care about the actual person who's buying their products. That's the thing.
Absolutely. I mean, there's really no other way to do it, especially in the beauty industry. There's really no other way to do it. What I would say is, I had to begin to care about me more first. And in caring more about me, I started to notice that there were other people around me dealing with the same things that I was dealing with. And I'm like, if I can find what I need all in one spot, because I don't have time to run to 5, 6 different stores and for them to tell me that something is out of stock. I would love to be able to go one place and get my beauty needs met. And so that's what Reveal You Beauty Studio and Reveal Cosmetics stands for. We want to make sure that women look their best and feel their best, but they get some refreshing while they're doing it. If you've got to go to this place to get your hair done, and that place to get your brows done, and that place to get your nails done, and now you got to run down the street to pick up your lipstick. By the time you do that,
your whole day is
you are ready to go to bed. You're ready to go to bed, so you didn't even get to enjoy the process because of
Yeah.
all of the, as country people would say, the ripping and running,
The
right?
ripping and running that you have to
The
do.
ripping and running. Yeah. So at Reveal You Beauty Studio, we pride ourselves on educating our clients and providing concierge style beauty services as well as products so that you don't have to necessarily come to us. We can come to you or ship to you anywhere in the United States and actually abroad.
That's what's up, and that's my thing. I'm a kiss type of girl. Keep it simple, and I don't want. Oh, I get this from here. I get this from here. I get this from here. And even though I have different brands now, but I'm a firm believer. I'm very simple. I don't like a lot of fuss. And now that I'm learning how to really do my own makeup, I want products that work for me, that work for my skin tone, that I can trust won't cause breakouts and things of that nature. And so I'm a creature of habit. Once I love something, once it work, I know it works, and once I fall in love with it, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. And so literally, thank you for just choosing you, choosing to do something for you, which in return is you are doing you've done something for so many other women as it relates to skincare and beauty products. And Reveal You Beauty Studio, keep it simple. If I can come to once I can come there and get everything I need, why not? I had a photo shoot. My photographer did my makeup. I didn't have to go to makeup artist, then go to the photography studio. My photographer did my makeup and everything, and so it's all about life is hectic enough. So let's if you can make the experience convenient, a convenient, pleasant experience, I take that any day over some of, like I said, more of the larger brands. But Reveal is it's about to blow up.
Yeah, one thing that I absolutely love about the way that I do what I do now, Dorcas, being an entrepreneur, is I really can customize things the way that my clients need them. So just like you talked about, the products that you got from me, I'm always thinking about not just getting somebody something that's going to make them look pretty, but it also has to do other things. I don't purchase anything or even like to promote anything that only has one purpose, right? Everything that I do or use or promote or teach, it's gonna have multiple uses, right? So you were talking about the brand, and absolutely, being a Black woman, we definitely want to make sure that we have products that cater to Black and brown women. That's really, really important. There's still brands out here that just don't think um we're viable, right, as consumers, and more importantly, they don't think that we're beautiful when ugly wear. Okay, let's just be clear, ugly wear. And so in noticing that and dealing with it, because again, I see the inner workings of the beauty
Mhm.
industry as well as the consumer side. I deal with all aspects. Hair care, being a master cosmetologist, I do non-surgical hair replacement, extensions, anything that you can think of. I'm either doing it or have done it at some point in time. So I've seen um, different parts of the beauty industry, and I watch how it evolves, right? Not only that, but because I'm a front runner in the beauty community, I can also steer things onto a better path. And so having a product line for us was really, really important for me. Yes, I can match anybody, right? Anybody can come to our line that likes our products. We have products from very fair, ivory skin, all the way up to super duper chocolatey, right? But it was really, really important for me to make sure that we have products with the proper undertones so that Black and brown women have a place where they can grab whatever it is that they need or that they want to try. And it's coupled with education. It's
That part.
coupled with education. So, yes, you're going to buy a lipstick, but our lipsticks are treatment lipsticks. Our foundations are going to protect the skin. We pride ourselves on having vegan, cruelty free, and paraben free options, right? So that anything that you're kind of thinking of or any buzzwords that you hear, we're going to make sure that you know where we stand in that particular part of the beauty industry, especially when it comes to products. Because there's so many things out here now that people can buy. And unfortunately, every influencer is not an expert.
No.
They're not an expert. They're literally, just wanting you to buy a product. And I get it. We all need to make a living, but there's a right and a wrong way inside the beauty industry to do it. And so when consumers aren't aware that every influencer isn't an expert in their field, they're subject to just be wasting their money on anything. And then when they come across somebody quality like Coach Dorcas that can help you with your trauma and coming out of it, or me, the beauty architect, someone that will take the look that you currently have and figure out
Mhm.
what's working for you and the things that aren't working for you that we can elevate so that it elevates your brand, it elevates your look, it's going to elevate your confidence. And at the end of the day, if you are a business owner or an employee, anybody looking to elevate financially, it's going to help you elevate your game in what you get paid, because people
Yeah,
decide what they're going to pay you as soon as they look you up and down, right? They just
exactly.
do. It's human nature. So I tell women, use everything that God gave you to get you what you want. There are wrong ways that you can do it, but we're not taught. We know about the wrong ways to do it, but nobody teaches us the right ways to do it. And sometimes it's just very simple stuff, changing your jacket, or like you talked about trying a different lip color. Like that really, really warmed my heart when you shared, and I know you like bright colors, but because this is what I do every day, I can visualize a different option for you. And at the end of the day, I just want us to know that we don't have to be stuck in one or two ways of doing something, that there are many options out here and some of them are better than others. So just keep searching for those options and eventually you're going to land on something better that you like.
Yeah,
And then
and
stick with it, like you said, Coach Jones.
yeah, stick with it.
You stick with it.
Look, I'm very faithful. I'm not one of those people who just flip flop. When even when I'm on when I'm searching, when I'm researching, it's like I'm not the person that will just buy everything just to try it out. I do my research. I'm big on word of mouth. I'm big on, oh, have you tried this? Even going down to my new nail tech. Like I just started back wearing tips. Um I had some horrible experiences with, traditional nail salons, and my nails, every time my nails would come up from the nail bed. And I can't do it. So I was searching for a black nail tech who would take care of my nails. And so we're into, I mean, I've using this oil, but anyway, she takes care of my nails. She doesn't file it down to so far on the sides. But anyway, it's like I didn't just go nail hopping, like tech hopping. I'm that person, that creature. Like I'm gonna do my research and see what other people have to say, and I'm big on referrals, and then I will go. And so yeah, I was a red. I love me a mean red lip, and then in the fall I would do my wines in colors like that. But I never thought to do a natural rose. I never thought to do this color because I thought it would just drown me out. But knowing how to wear it is the key. Knowing how to wear it. And I have Fab too, and sometimes I would mix the two
She brought
together.
all her stuff to the party. She brought her stuff to the party. That's what I'm talking
No,
about.
because I have, well, I'm telling you, you're getting my business right. So one of my mentors, he taught me about being on brand, and being on brand is how you show up. I'm not a full beat type girl. There are times where I may just show up with just a lip and a little mascara, but I have my little Betty Boop thing, and I have these two lipsticks, and I'm just telling you what's in it. I have, and of course, I have my my red, because I found this at not was it Ulta, and I love the Too
She
Faced
really
red.
gonna hold
But
that
those
up. She
are,
really gonna hold it up. She really gonna hold it up in front of me. But go ahead.
but this is my red, and but
Right.
I haven't gotten my red from you yet. But I'm just saying, this is in my little pouch. I have my mascara and stuff like that. But with the lipstick, Reveal Cosmetics, it moisturizes my lips. So whereas the Too Faced Melted, I show that red is matte and it dries my lips out.
Well,
With
we've got,
with
as you
Reveal
know,
Cosmetics,
some amazing matte lipsticks that
so
hydrate.
that's what I
So
was.
yeah,
That's what I.
so
That was the
yeah, so
thing.
whenever that red runs out, I got you.
And that's
I
why I don't
got you.
wear it as much. When I just want a red, I just have that. But that's what I was gonna say. Reveal Cosmetics, my lips are moisturized, and even though it's that, I have it for a little while, and it dries my lips out, and I have to apply lip chap or something over it. But I wanted to say that with Reveal Cosmetics, the lipstick, I can wear it all day. It moisturizes. My daughter will get it, and I have to fuss at her because she's like, "Mom, can I have some of your lipstick?" No, because leave me alone. But but it is just great to it's great to have a product that you can wear, and I'm good with wearing it all day. What I
Because it
the
takes
other
care of you.
Yeah, the other lipstick, I want to take that off. That's what I'm gonna put it on for a couple of hours, or even not even that, and it's coming off. This I can wear all day and forget I have it on because it moisturizes my lips.
Let me find out that you came to do a non-paid commercial today. Let me find out.
But that's the thing, I told you I'm big about word of mouth. I'm big about sharing my testimonials, and yeah, most pretty much when you see me, I'ma have either this or Fab on, or they're gonna be mixed, because I could wear it all day and I don't even realize. I mean, I don't. It moisturizes my lips. I don't have to go find my little EOS lip chap or whatever I have. It moisturizes my lips, and I'm still on brand. And so that's why they are always at my desk. So when I have to show up, I know what to grab. That's going to give me my lip, my little mascara, and keep it pushing. So it's not a paid commercial, but baby, we are here on The Woman Behind the Brand. For those of you who are just tuning in, I'm talking here with the beauty architect herself, Dena Bruton of Reveal Cosmetics and Reveal You Beauty Studios. She is an amazing woman. She's an amazing coach, mentor. She's an amazing entrepreneur. And so if you're just tuning in to, hey, this not an interview, this conversation, make sure you go back and you watch the replay once it's posted, and enjoy the conversation from the beginning. So we talked about Reveal Cosmetics, and yes, I talked about this, her amazing the lipsticks, and I will be, like I said, my foundation is almost gone, so I'm about to get this. Hope you're looking at this skin tone, so you can go and get
I got
my
I got
look
you.
my color together.
I got you.
and also with Reveal You Beauty Studios. You know, you're a master cosmetologist, and I know you've been in the game for some time now. Was that your first passion, doing hair?
No, no. My very, very first passion that I can remember would have been singing. I probably have never told this story before. You have a way of asking questions, Dorcas, that gets it all the way down to the root. It
Hold
probably
on,
would
because
have
you
been
talking about face singing.
yeah, singing and songwriting. Yeah.
Do
That's a long
tell.
story.
Hold on, do tell.
So when I was younger, my family is full of ministers and evangelists and preachers and all, fivefold ministry. And so because my mother was in the choir saying, "Where does the little kid go?" Either I'm
In the
sitting with
choir.
grandma, one of my grandmothers, but at choir practice, one of them was on the piano, the other one wasn't there. So I was in the choir staying with my mom, probably is what I'm thinking. And so I was always in one of the choirs at Greater Victory Apostolic Church. I was
Come on
always in
now.
one of the choirs. And I can't even remember a time that I wasn't in the adult choir. I think I probably was one of the only children that was in the adult choir before I was at the age,
Mhm.
because I paid attention, I stayed on task, and so they wanted me to sing. Not saying that I was the best at the time, but I did my best. But yeah, I used to love to sing, um, try to write songs. But the thing that really stuck with me, the first thing that I ever did as a business was keychains. Keychains and making handmade jewelry. That's the first business I ever had at like 13, 14 years old, something like that.
Wow. It's amazing how God will just show us our journeys when we are super young and we don't realize it. And you say, you've been an entrepreneur. I started braiding hair at 16, and that's how I made my money in college, doing doing hair out of my dorm room and not realizing I was a entrepreneur then. I still braid hair now, but I only deal with the babies. I don't deal with the grown folks. Um
And see, I'm the opposite. I be trying not to deal with the babies. My patience is more geared towards adults. We all have our gifting, and it has.
Yes. And so, keychains and handmade jewelry, and you have jewelry too.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
have.
So we do a lot of things around women and around self-care and providing products of luxury for women to be able to, grab along with their other skincare products, their body care products. If you're ever in the Raleigh, North Carolina area, I would love for you to come to the beauty studio and just kind of hang out with us. We do a variety of things, but everything is around self-care, health, and wellness. You were talking about nails before, and so I actually do my own nails now. And I kind of like it now, but I haven't always. I wanted to be able to go and, experience that, an amazing experience around getting my nails done, sitting down, resting, maybe having
Yeah.
a little conversation, maybe having a little nice sparkling water or something like that while I'm there. But unfortunately, where I'm from, there are not a lot of regular nail shops. Most of the nail shops that a lot of us are familiar with, their discount nail shops. And so I won't get into that right now, but those are the types of things that I talk about on Clubhouse, and I share different information through email and on my social media so people can really be aware of what they're getting themselves into. Because when you talked about your nails earlier, I can probably guarantee you it was a discount nail shop. They probably use lesser quality products. They may not be cleaning things the way that they're supposed to, and they won't necessarily build your nails up the way that they're supposed to when you get sculpture nails. And that's why we end up with breaking, splitting, cracking, our nail lip, just all the crazy stuff. all the crazy stuff. But again, it comes from a place of what's been available,
Mm-hmm.
and influence, right? If our aunties went there, we thought that it was cool because auntie went there, but she didn't tell you how to
That's
get
what we
your nails
do.
done. Right. We just do what we see a lot of times. And so that's why I always admonish women to follow a professional. You don't have to trust and believe everything that we say, but if you listen to us long enough, you'll start to see that what we're saying is factual and it's true and it's information that will help you in the long run.
Yes.
You know, proper care is going to cost a little more. It just is. It's going to cost a little more because it's being done the right way.
Mm-hmm.
When it's being done with cut corners, then yes, it can be cheaper, right? And so when we think about what we want to see in our day-to-day lives, especially in the beauty treatments, regimens, products, that kind of stuff, we want the best. And so, while I do provide the absolute best, there are ways of doing it without it being super expensive,
Yes.
but it's still a decent investment, but it's well worth it. And I think
Yeah.
that a lot of times we don't get that we're worth it. And so we will pull back when it's time for us to do something for ourselves, as opposed to spending $300 on a pair of sneakers that our kid gonna mess up, eventually. Not, they deserve nice things too, but just like they deserve nice things, the people that had to work hard for it deserve nice things just as much. So things like this can last you for a good period of time. It's
Yeah.
not like you swipe a lipstick for a week and it's done. It's gonna last you a long time. So you really get to take good care of yourself, um, by providing yourself with a treatment product and not just something that has a bright popping new trendy color.
That
You can get the
that
trendy color or the classic color, but think about ways that you actually can take care of your body while you're doing that, and those products are going to make life easier and more enjoyable for you.
hmm I was one of those people. I would go the discount route because I didn't okay, this do the same thing, but you get what you pay for.
Definitely get what you pay for.
You you get what you pay for. And so, going back to my new nail tech, she is amazing. And I've been stressing. I was stressing because oh Lord, please don't let my nails come up. And they haven't, because she takes her time. I know her products are great. Um,
She don't skip steps.
she
I
doesn't
can guarantee you, I
exactly.
don't even know her. She don't skip. I can see the little bit I've seen of your nails on screen. I can tell that she does an amazing job and she
Yeah.
doesn't skip steps. And that's what people don't understand. We're in a society now where people want everything to be microwave and they want it fast and they want it instantly. And while you can get a lot of really, really good things really quickly now, some things just you can't get it in 5 or 10 minutes. I've been doing what I've been doing for over 30 years. So when I tell somebody I can do a face in 30, 45 minutes, full beat with all the bells and whistles, it's because I've been doing it for decades. And I've been creating a system so that I could teach other women how to do their makeup fast and flawlessly every single time, right? So I didn't figure it out by skipping steps. I figured out by redoing and tweaking the process over and over again until I got it just so where it would be easy for me to not only teach the women, but for them to retain the information. I don't want any woman to take a class or come and sit in my chair and not feel empowered when they leave my presence. Like that's just a no-no for me. Like we should always be better off by the interactions that we have with other people. And if someone doesn't feel better off by the interaction that they've had with me, then I haven't fully done my job. And I always do my job.
And I've never told you this, but I've never been a makeup person. But God has is got me showing up on screen and stuff. And so um right now the funds are not there to have a makeup artist on staff. is coming. Like I said, on tap, on duty. But I've shown up and you'll say, "Look, okay, I see you, beat face. Oh, I see you." Coming from someone who has been in the industry as long as you have, it motivates me to want to get better at my craft. And even, your Instagram lives and when you show up and you're teaching, you're teaching. That's the thing. You're teaching because we're all busy. And I did I've timed my light beat, something like this. I started timing myself because you just never know when you need to just throw on something. Like, what are my staples? What is my go-to staples? But when I show up and it's just a quick light face and I get compliments from you, it's like, okay, girl, you may be doing something
And you are. If I gave you a compliment, you absolutely are. Here's what's true. When it comes to being on brand, I'm like you. I'm a makeup artist that don't have a makeup artist. And I know some people will say, well, you can do your own makeup. But when you have to show up on camera, not only am I a makeup artist, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a salon owner, I'm a mom. I'm getting ready to be a glamour girl. I'm getting ready to be a whole glamour. Like, there's so many things that I have to focus on that
Yes.
although I'm a beauty professional, there are things at times that it just works out better if I have somebody else that I can delegate that to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's really important. While right now I don't have a makeup on staff, a makeup artist on staff, when I travel, I do have a stationary one, but she doesn't travel anymore. If I'm traveling and I need a person, because it's not always about me. I have clients that I could be doing their hair. Well, if I'm doing their hair, I might need somebody on their makeup. Or I may have somebody styling them because we do total packages. We can provide the pieces and the parts that you want, but we also can take your brand all the way from the bottom to the top, right? Just depending on what you want to see. And so a lot of times when it comes to branding, people will go get their hair done, they will get their makeup done, they will hire the photographer, they will find out where their location, where they're going to be shot, but they do not book a makeup artist. And you don't have to be a person that really, really enjoys makeup to understand how it can be important, and especially a business owner, a leader. It's really, really important that when we are being photographed or we're being recorded, we look our absolute best. My granddaddy used to have this saying that an old barn absolutely looks a whole 100% better with a fresh coat of paint.
Paint.
Right? So while I'm not telling you to paint your whole face, I am saying that there are things that we can do to enhance our natural beauty so that our look stands out more. I
Mm-hmm.
can guarantee you, when I step in a room, that there are going to be certain people that are going to gravitate to me that don't know a thing about me, and I haven't said a word. They're going to want to meet me. They're going to want to find out about what I do. Even people that maybe didn't feel like they should pay me my value when they met me in a different setting, when they see me show up like this,
It's
they
different.
know that I'm worth every dime, or they imagine, they perceive that I'm worth every dime that I charge. So sometimes we have to, again, use what we already have to get what we want. And, not having a makeup artist on staff is not a killjoy, right?
Mm-mm.
I believe every woman should know how to do a simple makeup look. They should know how to do
Exactly.
a simple signature look on themselves. I'm not telling you to learn how to do everybody's makeup like I do, but you should know how to apply your makeup, right? I've had people come to me and had horrible experiences with a makeup artist because they didn't even know what they liked and what they didn't like. So they could articulate it to someone else who maybe don't ask those questions or didn't have the time, because there's certain settings sometimes where you just don't have a lot of time. but because I know what to ask, I know what to look for.
Mhm.
It makes it a little bit easier for me to assist them to get them to a more personalized signature look, because it's all about what you want to see at the
Exactly.
end of the day. It's all about what you want to see, not what I want to see, what everybody else is saying you should dress like or look like. It's simply about what you want to look like, but doing it the most polished way possible.
And that's the thing. And you were talking about being on brand. Being on brand is not showing up every now and then with a full, it's like, okay, when you see me on brand means you're gonna see 99% of the time, you're gonna see a light beat. You're gonna see something that I can just, do myself. Now, when I did my photo shoot, the makeup artist who did it, she understood me. She understood me. I am, if I'm gonna do
Gotta give her,
glam.
gotta give her kudos. She killed it. She killed it. I don't even know who it was, but ma'am, you killed it.
And so that was her first time ever doing my makeup. But if I'm gonna go glam, I want soft glam. I don't want anything that, because that's me.
Right?
I'm not. I'm a simple girl, and that's, I don't want to show up or do something that is outside of me, because I'm like, who is that chick? Who is that?
It's uncomfortable to look at people looking like that, and I see it happen a lot. I see people get these glamorous, dramatic, smoky eye looks that are beautiful, but because that's not who they are, and that's not how they generally show up when they get it, there's a group of people that look in the mirror and they're in awe and they're loving it, but there's another group of people that it makes them do what I call auto shrink, because they feel like all attention is on me, and it could be that, a lot of attention is going to be on you, but people might not even be paying a whole lot of attention. Why? Because it's all about your mood and your posture. And one thing that your brand is supposed to always do is it's supposed to elevate your mood and build your confidence, right?
Yes.
I'm like you, I'm on brand. I wore lip gloss today. I'm not really a lip gloss girl, but I'm gonna do something on these eyes, right? I did a little bit of more of a softer, smoky eye with just a little slight touch of a cut
Mhm.
crease tonight, but I'm just not gonna show up like not doing all the things. And I can do all the things, and people will look at me and say, well, I can't really tell. It just looks like skin. Why? Because that's what it was supposed to look like. It's supposed to look like skin. So a lot of times, people have a misconception of what makeup is. Sometimes they have no clue when I have makeup on, and that's the time that I've done all the things. But it's really about figuring out what your brand, what your personal style is. I'm glitzy, I'm glam, I'm big hair, or I'm real flat, straight, long hair. Normally my hair is blonde, but I haven't blonded it in a while. That's another story for another day. But we have to decide what one brand is for us.
Mhm.
And I tell ladies, once you decide what you want to see, work with somebody that can again help you to elevate that look, whether it be working with a beauty architect or the beauty architect like me, whether it be getting you a beauty coach. Maybe it's going to be that you need to download some videos and take your time and learn step by step different
Mhm.
makeup techniques, because that's the other thing that I see women do. They want to learn to do the entire face in an hour and a half. You can't learn how to do a complete look and master the look in an hour and a half. It's just not possible. As a beauty professional, I can't do it. I have to take my time and learn one technique at the time. And after you master that, like you said earlier, Dorcas, once you master that, you'll be able to pick up your speed. And this is one of those things that a lot of us should have been learning earlier on. But because our moms, thought we were too young for makeup, or, wherever we lived, there wasn't a department store, whatever the case may be, we didn't learn. And so now as adults, we're starting to pick up some of those
Mhm.
pieces and implement it into what we do. But for those of us that, we're really going places, we got people to see and things to do, we need to know how to do a quick,
A
soft beat.
quick, a
Yeah,
quick,
we
yeah.
we have to know how to do it, because sometimes, like today, we were going to do this on a different day, right? And then we rescheduled it. Well, what if I was waiting on a makeup artist to show up today and she wasn't available? What would I have done?
What would you?
Because I need to know how to do it myself. And I didn't always know how to do my makeup. And the people that did my makeup wouldn't teach me. They would not teach me.
That's the thing. You have people who won't teach, and this is a good transition. They won't, they just want to do, they don't want to teach because they want you to be dependent on them.
Yeah.
I mentioned that you're a coach as well. And it's all about teaching because they say you teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. Just give a man a fish, he eat for a day. But even though going to the studio and getting the experience, but you being a coach and teaching women like myself, it's like, okay, when we know what to do when we're away. And that's the thing. So many people in industries, that a lot of industries, they just want you to just constantly come back to them. And the people who do and don't try to learn, oh, some things you can't learn. Some people just can't do hair. Point blank, period. But like you said, every woman, especially when you're an entrepreneur, especially when you have to show up, you should know how to do a quick face that looks natural, that you don't look like Bozo the Clown and or somebody on somewhere else. But teaching those techniques, and like, me, I told you I wasn't a makeup person. I mean, there have been times where I had to get makeup and I was washing my face as soon as I got home because I felt like I was suffocating. And so I had to learn how to do it. My husband said, "Girl, you getting real good with that quick face, aren't you?" Now I'm learning, watching videos. Okay, if I want to do a quick some contouring, how should I do it? But I had to learn the techniques. I just learned how to do a winged eye with the liquid mascara. I called my mama. I said, "Mom," because my mom, that's all she used. I said, "Mama, guess what? Your daughter know how to use the liquid mascara." She fell out laughing because I didn't know how to do it, but I had to learn. And I watched videos and stuff, YouTube you can learn, but having a coach like the beauty architect, all around teaching you, whether it's your face, whether it's your skincare, whether it's your clothing. I'm learning my style. Your girl, because I've been at home. And so now that I'm having to do photo shoots, what is my style? What is my brand? My brand is, I'm very simple. But you being a coach and teaching women like me how to, that's what's needed.
Yeah,
That's
that's really, really important. And that's one of the things that no matter how you come in contact with me, you're going to learn something. But one thing that I do that I absolutely love is my beauty workshops. I absolutely love my beauty workshops because it gives me the opportunity to sit with women in groups or either one-on-one and really help them to understand their natural beauty, right? A lot of times we're taught to look at our flaws, get you an underwire bra and wear your girdle at, girl, and all those things, right? But everything about us, although flawed, it's still beautiful. My face isn't 100% symmetrical, but you can't tell me I ain't cute.
you
You
see this
wasting your
bell
breath.
pepper. You see this bell pepper right here? Girl, I went and put a nose ring in this bell pepper. So guess what? You're gonna look at it, but guess what? I'm embracing it and I'm learning, okay, my eyes and my lips are I would say my two features on my face. So if this bell pepper, even though I got a nose ring, is something like I don't want to draw too much attention to, I'm learning how to contour that thing though. But I'm gonna give you a lip and I'm gonna do the eye. I'm gonna have my mascara and I may have a winged eye. but it's just learning how to just it's makeup it is meant to enhance.
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
not meant to it's enhance.
It's meant to enhance, but it also will help to diminish the look of areas that we don't necessarily like so much, right? And so when we learn the proper art of makeup, because you can do makeup many different ways and it's right, but
Mhm.
there's an art to makeup. When we start learning those techniques and the art to makeup, we can do so many things for ourselves rather than feeling like, oh, well, I see them on YouTube or whatever social media. And there's nothing wrong with um, finding tips here and there for the free, but the free version is not going to work for some of us. Like,
It's
we've
gonna
gotten
feel
as
it to
far
you.
as we can go when it comes to the free version of certain people's content. And so when we really want to elevate our look, we're going to have to invest. It isn't always money. Sometimes it's time. I do free classes, from time to time. On Clubhouse, the rooms that I do are always open and they're recorded. So you can come in and learn the information. And one thing that I'm finding is that because maybe, one beauty pro doesn't do it in a super flashy way, we sometimes don't want to take the time to listen so that we can actually learn what it is that we need to learn. But
Mhm.
can I tell you, those influencers, they're watching the pros. That's where they're getting a lot of what they are teaching, but they're not always teaching all of the steps because they don't know the proper lingo and termination and not termination, terminology in order to teach it all the way properly through. And you talked about winged eyeliner. I have a really easy winged eyeliner video that one of our makeup artists did, right? And so building things like that people can easily access that is coming from a professional is super important. We're not gonna give away everything. We ain't gonna throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? Because this is how we make our living, and we
Yes.
have to, get people to invest somewhere for some things. But there should always be in any experience, not just beauty experience, anybody that you lend your time and energy to, there should be some form of impartation. We should be learning something. And so that's the thing that I always stress, ask questions,
Mhm.
um, try things out. Don't be afraid to waste the product. Do y'all know how much makeup that I have used in order to niche down into some of the techniques that I currently do that are super fast and quick? They didn't happen overnight. So, beauty pros are going to charge um, their worth. And sometimes, just because we want to make sure that everybody can be included, I even do things, like I said, free or at a very low nominal fee, because again, everybody has to start somewhere. Everybody has to start somewhere. And for me, if no one ever gave me an opportunity, we wouldn't be having this conversation now.
And and that's the thing about it. People, they want to flock to all of the influencers with all the millions of followers and things like that, but then you know the information that you have may be more valuable and more impactful.
Maybe it is.
It
It
is.
is. Let's
You're
be
right.
clear. It is.
I told somebody, I said, don't miss out on your answered prayer just because it's not packaged the way you think it's supposed to be packaged. I
That
said,
part.
you asked your husband or somebody for a Maserati, but in order to get to the Maserati, they had to come and pick you up in the Corolla. But you got mad and didn't want to get in the Corolla, so you missed out on your Maserati. Just because the thing that you've been asking for doesn't show up wrapped like you thought it was going to be wrapped, don't miss out on it.
Absolutely.
Because what the vehicle to get you to your answer prayer it's still gonna get you to your answered prayer.
That's it. And that's what you want. You want the end result. It's not always, sometimes we try to dictate what the journey should look like to get to a thing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get to dictate the journey, but we do have to walk out the process. And once we walk out the process, we're always going to win, but we can't decide what the process is going to look like. I never would have thought that I would be a beauty coach, just keeping it a buck. Raised the way that I was raised, you don't wear makeup. Ooh, that's a whole nother conversation for another day. You know, you definitely don't wear red, you know. And so knowing what I know now and knowing how God wants to use the gifts that He's put on the inside of me, is really, really important to me, that I always show up giving as much information as I can to all women everywhere. And when I share information with one woman, she can go home and share it with her sister or her aunt or her daughter. And so as women, we begin to see that we deserve to take better care of ourselves. And it's not about a dude or a husband or what. It's not even about that. It's literally us being the person that we want to see in the mirror from the inside and on the outside.
That is so good. And that is the best way to wrap up this conversation. I could sit here and talk with you for hours. Um but that's why you have to come back. The next time you come back, I would love for you to do one of your, quick simple faces.
Let's
Um
do it.
let's do
Yeah.
it because that's what it's all about teaching. It's all about inspiring others. And the woman behind the brand is just one of the it's a platform where we just want to let other women know that you don't have to be a certain way or whatever it may be, that God can use you. You have everything you need, and there's always hope. There's always hope. And so thank you for chatting with me today. Hey, the season opener, the beauty architect, teaching us all things beauty. Make sure you click, all of her information is in the description below. All of her social media handles, ways to purchase Reveal Cosmetics. Um, all those great things will be in the description below. So make sure you go out and check out the website, purchase something, follow her on all of her social media platforms. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we are live or any new information, any new videos has dropped here on the Hope in Her channel. So once again, thank you for tuning in to the woman behind the brand. Thank you, the beauty architect, for joining me today. I can't wait to sit down with you in the not so distant future. And to all of you who are watching, you know how I do. Give yourself some grace because you won't always get it right. The same grace that God gives us when we don't get it right. Until next week, love you. Peace. This episode has been brought to you by Desiree Danielle Branding and Event Photography, where they capture authentic branding images for busy entrepreneurs and businesses that helps them connect with their ideal audience. Visit www.desireedanielle.com to schedule your branding consultation today. Don't forget to subscribe.